Hello everybody, and today we're back with some more Sonic 3 and Knuckles, and today I'm going to be playing Mushroom Hill Zone. So let's just hop into this really quick. And it's already becoming the end of the year. 2026. Time flies by so fast. It was literally, you probably already have said this before, but I can literally remember my first video like it was yesterday. But anyways, we're going to be, via the app updates anyways, we're going to be going to here and upgrading our emeralds to a super emeralds. And in here, you can actually choose whichever one you want. Also, be careful because if you step off of this little green thing on right now, you step back on it. Funny enough, you can actually just exit without ever jumping into any of these special stages right here. So, top one's the first one. First one, I think it goes second, third, then this is fourth, fifth, then I think it don't matter. We're just gonna do whichever special stage I choose, which I'm just gonna pick the first one. Now you can actually get all of the emeralds. You can actually get all of the emeralds in just this one zone, which is what I will try to aim to do. Oh, I felt slowed down. I don't like that. Wide delay inputs. I don't like that. We can't perfect special stages with that control. We just can't. Besides, I missed out on the perfect last time anyways, so it don't matter. I just want to actually just get hypersonic. Should I do a Knuckles playthrough? I don't think so. Because if you do a Sonic playthrough, you get pretty much the most complete playthrough, with Tails being probably my least favorite as well, because Tails' playthrough is playing as Tails throughout the entire game. It's not all that interesting. You don't get anything unique. It's just Sonic, but without any of the extra stuff Sonic gets when you play as him, or play the Sonic and Tails. Also, since it is that time as I'm recording, what are you eating right now for Thanksgiving? And is it your favorite holiday? Because I'm not gonna lie, it's not my favorite holiday. Why is it slowing down like that? I don't like that at all. But anyways, we got our first Super Emerald. And we get lots of points, which you can't skip over because this is not the Sonic Origins version. Or Sonic 3 Air. And my thoughts on the Blue Sphere special stages, I like them. They probably are one of my favorite Sonic special stages, where all you have to do is collect the spheres, because it's simple, but it can get difficult, which is why it's so perfect, because it can be hard, but it doesn't have to be hard. They can either be really easy or really tough, and that's what I like about them. And just, it's a super simple objective. You don't have to It's super simple objective, and it's a thing you can complete. You don't have to get all the rings as they pass by. You can kind of just take your own time with it, but it speeds up as the more you're in the stage. The longer you're in the stage, the more it speeds up, which I like that. But to be completely honest though, I only like the ones in this game and in Sonic Mania. I only like the Blue Spheres special stages in this game and Sonic Mania. I don't like the randomized Blue Sphere special stages. And just I like the original handmade ones because they just I just prefer them more because, well, they're firstly more enjoyable to play, at least to me, because I was trying to play one of that Blue Spheres game, which I'm not sure if I should do. But I tried playing it, literally hit the second stage after you get perfect. Then I was struggling actually to even find the last rings in that special stage in order to get another perfect. Didn't make sense. I was thinking, where is it? You see that it's kind of being weird and awkward, have that awkward stutter. Hopefully it's, I don't think it's an actual stutter, but I hope it's not, because that could mess up my gameplay. Because otherwise I shouldn't fail any of these special stages. But yeah, I like these because I just prefer the handmade ones over the randomly generated ones in Blue Spheres. Anyways, this is actually the third Super Emerald special stage we're playing right now, since you can just pick any one you like and just go from there. So if you're playing Sonic & Knuckles normally, the first one would be the one we actually did before, and this one would be after the other one, which is on the other side to us. Yeah, it's going to take a minute since I got perfect, and also a continue because of that. But yeah, right over there. It's off screen right now, but it will be right over there. Boom. Obviously, all have to make sure is to actually get all of the emerald locations. I have to actually make sure I actually go to all the special ring locations until I actually find and obtain all 7 Chaos Emeralds. Anyways, this is the third special stage. So I'll go to a second one over here, which is also not too hard to perfect, besides one little small thing in here, which you'll see in a second. Boom, right there. You have to time it pretty well. Or you can actually, I think, you can just basically go back in the stage as it starts and just do it backwards. But if you want the perfect, they're going to have to... Oh, shoot! Oh my goodness. That's what I was saying. I swear it's delayed or something, because I should have just turned, but I didn't feel like I turned. It just didn't work for some reason. After that fail, I don't think I can fail again, otherwise I have to wait until the other zone before I can actually get Hypersonic, which is pretty lame. Then again, I am a bit rusty. But that shouldn't matter anyways, because I played this game for way too long. There's about 4 emeralds you can obtain as Sonic in Act 1, so. This one right here. I just go over 2. There is one also in Act 1, but it's on Knuckles' path, which you cannot reach as Sonic, so. Anyways, we're gonna try that again, because I guess fate, I don't know. Make sure I actually press the button this time instead of just hovering over it. Even though I swear I did not press that button. There we go. There we go. That's how it's supposed to go. Yeah, but if you're to do it backwards, you'll just have to jump over those in order to get the perfect. Then we just run across here, then boom. And more waiting. To be honest, the last few parts of this Let's Play is actually going to be very quick. Very quick, because we only have a couple more zones after this and we're done. That's the funny part. Even though I know it, I'm pretty sure it took 4 months, 4 or 3 months. And I guess a year and something, but that's not too bad. I have Let's Plays that dated back further, like my Sonic Triple Trouble Let's Play, which took a couple years to complete, 2-ish years I think. But then again, I haven't actually started real Sonic 3 Let's Play until 1 year ago. Now Mushroom Hill Act 2 and Knuckles is going to, for some reason, do this. And now we're in the autumn time, which is fitting because that's most likely where it is at most places right now. Oh, I got this one. I didn't mean to do that, but okay. I don't even remember that location at all, actually. That exists? Okay. And special stage 4. Oh, I went into a wrong one. I meant special stage 4. Well, no rewinding. That's the rule. Because we want to talk about special stage 4, but now I think I am in special stage 6. I don't know which one it actually is, because I don't play Sonic and Knuckles really by itself at all, actually. No, that's really not helpful. Get off my screen. Please don't delay my inputs, please. I am hanging on the edge right now. Boom. Easy. Actually, I'm gonna charge it right now. Also, the thing about Tails playthrough is that you can't actually get Super Tails until you collect both the Super Emerald, the Chaos Stones, and the Super Emeralds. This is kind of like a Knuckles pathway. But anyways, yeah, you can't really do so. Can't really do so unless you collect all of them. For Tails, in this version of the game, this is the original version of the game, so why did it work like that in this version, I don't know, but now I'm on the lower path, which I don't want to be on right now. I want to be on the higher path, because that's kind of where you can get another special stage at, so it'll just be convenient. Hold on. Oh yeah, it does work. I was thinking it was going to, but I guess not. I guess level select doesn't work until you, well, debug mode code doesn't work until you have level select. Unless you're playing Sonic and Knuckles by itself, which for some reason can only get level select in that game. Strangely enough, in Sonic 3, the level select code comes with debug mode. And I mean Sonic 3 as in Sonic 3 by itself, no Sonic 3 no. Find it interesting how, for example, there'll be all these unique things about this game, for instance. Right? For just any video game in general, you know, in secrets and stuff, or whatever. You're thinking probably, well, I know that, for instance. There's secrets in Sonic 3 I know. And I'm thinking, well, I've been knowing that. And since especially more people are playing these games now, especially because Sonic Origins is such, more people are learning about those things and such. Even if I would have already known and gone, well, that's just basic stuff, you know. Knowledge differs. And yes, it's Special Stage 4. Alright, so let's talk about Special Stage 4. This special stage gave me the most trouble out of every special stage in this entire game when I first played it. This special stage, this one right here, for some reason it gave me the most trouble. And I'm going to tell you and show you how to beat the special stage if for whatever reason you're struggling. It's really not all that hard, actually. And also how to perfect it on top of that. So you wait. So right here, we're actually going to go immediately into a spring box. And the reason why you don't want to turn the corners is because it's on a grid-like pattern. Because if you try to jump right here, you jump inside the onto the bumper row, and then you can't get any of the rings. So after we collect all of our rings, we want to position ourselves so we land on spear and immediately hit the left, hit whatever direction we want to go in order to turn immediately. Then we just do the same here. Yeah, I knew that. Wow. I am so rusty. Because I should have got that instantly. I should have. Yeah, I'm salty too because that should have been easy. Because it is easy for me, but this is why you play with a physical controller. You use a controller to play Sonic 3. You don't use mobile controls to play Sonic 3. You just don't. Because otherwise that happens. Yeah, Blaines, you won't actually go into the top half to get this special stage. I mean, special stage 4 again. I'm so salty, but it is what it is. Yeah, it just sped up on me last second and I couldn't do anything. Yeah, well, anyways, after. Yeah, it's third position this time. Then you jump over. Yeah, it doesn't matter as long as you don't try to turn at the very last part where it's a corner and such. I swear to God. Okay. Well, I messed up. I got perfect, but that don't matter because now I'm at the end of the stage and I can't do anything. That sucks so much because now, because trying to get all of the Chaos Zones in the Sonic and Knuckles pathway, it's struggle because you don't have much time in order to actually get all the emeralds. Like, you only have 3 forest zones, which is not all that much to get all the emeralds. And those zones aren't entirely easy to find more emeralds at. I'm just gonna focus this time. Jump over. And then that's basically it. Boom. See, it's easy if you know where you're doing it. You don't have to jump over. The reason I jumped over one of those spheres is because that's actually goes into a middle. So when after you turn, you don't have to actually do anything. Or you can run over that sphere, but then you have to jump over that in order to get to the last two. It came back for revenge. Well, it don't matter because I'm getting hypersonic anyway, and nothing is going to stop me from getting hypersonic. Nothing, literally nothing. Even if I lose my whole save file, nothing's stopping me from completing this game. Nothing, absolutely nothing, because too many Let's Plays that have been put down. I think it's time we finally finish more. Also, if you go up by using Justice left pulley right here, you can actually go into this area, which gives us an electric shield and the fire shield. The best way I should have done it was, what was that? Anyways, jumping on the top of it over and over, so I actually get more hits before the boss fight even starts. So actually take less hits in order to actually defeat the boss. I at least want to finish flying batteries so I can at least get hypersonic. And after this, there's basically two or three, there's 3 or 2.5-ish zones before you lose out on hypersonic entirely. You don't get much time in this part of the game, because once you reach near the end of the game, all special rings just disappear. This is Flying Battery Zone. People thought that people think the boss fight, or I don't like the Flying Battery Zone boss fight for Sonic Mania. But I like it though. I don't think it's that bad, actually. I'm not saying that it can't be probably a bit tricky, but I don't think it's absolutely garbage. If I had hypersonic, I would just be blasting right now, but I can't because I'm not hypersonic. This is probably the least good I've been on this game in a while, because this should be a breeze. I'm actually going to take this pathway because I want to. The funniest part is I don't really talk much about the games themselves when I make these videos. That's the funny part. I was trying to get by, but couldn't really jump over them, so I was a bit confused. I see something over there. I want to check that out. Possibly a Chaos Emerald opportunity. Oh, looks like it is. Boom. Boom. I only have 2 special stages left. One just takes a while, yeah, this one. And another one is actually pretty difficult, but should still be easy. One thing I actually really like about Sonic 3 and Knuckles is how it saves your emeralds, because you don't have to complete a whole stage or whatever in order to keep the emeralds. All you have to do is just complete the special stage and it instantly saves it. So, if for whatever reason power was to go out, I guess, if you were to play this game back in the day, I guess. Really just overall, you didn't have to actually finish the level. Now any special ring you entered is going to disappear, however. So if you enter a special ring, it's just going to disappear and not be there unless you completed the game already, then go back to the levels. Yeah, this one's pretty easy, at least should be, because it's pretty relaxed. All you do is just run around, but it can take forever. That's what can cause most major slip-ups, is it just taking a long time. Why does it do that? It's so weird. Why? Never understood that. I haven't really thought about it much, but I don't get why it does that in this special stage specifically, where it kind of plays the sound kind of twice. It's weird. Also, those are lonely rings, because those are rings that aren't in batches, that you get from going around the perimeter of these blue spheres. And now all I have left is just those last 4. I'm not sure where they are, but see what I mean? Wow! Seriously. No, I'm actually being serious. I'm actually being serious. That's stupid. I was literally trying to jump over that. I was literally trying to jump over that. Ugh. I have all these rings for nothing. At least there's another special stage right up ahead though, which should be my last one, but it's not for some reason. Because I knew that was going to happen, and that's why I was trying to jump over. I have absolutely no ideas for videos whatsoever. Should probably play more games. The only issue with that is because specifically a game I never really played before. It can take quite a while in order to actually really get into it. I don't know, I might be stuck on first level for 15 something, 20 something minutes. And at least when I play games I already played before, I already feel comfortable playing the games because I enjoy them, most likely. Yeah, and then that sound effect plays, so we're very close to being done with the perfect, that is. Then we have to get the 8 something blue spheres. You son of it. Oh, that's perfect. Alright. That means we have four of four boosters. I was about to say. Yeah, there's moments like these where you're just going to have to run around, which sucks. Nice. Shouldn't be feeling this bad. And it hasn't been that long since I played Sonic 3 and Knuckles. But I haven't played these games as much as I used to, though. But it's because I got bored of them, you know? Now, after you play the same game for a long time, you're just gonna get bored. It's bound to happen. It's like, I didn't get bored for a very long time, but I got bored. Then now I'm rusty. This is the Sonic 3 bonus stage. The Gumball bonus stage. I'm just take the electric shield, then just leave. Then there's this boss, it's actually pretty interesting. It basically hits itself. All you have to do is dodge out the way. And of course, if you have Supersonic or Hypersonic, then you could do it. Also, when you don't, also after you put your emeralds onto, you give up your Saiyan Chaos Zones, you can't use Supersonic no more. You have to unlock Hypersonic or you'll never have a super form again, basically. So it's basically like a hard reset, hard reset on your emeralds to do more special stages to get a better transformation. Also, Sonic has the best transformation in this game. Supersonic is basic and such. All it does is simply increase your speed and such and make you invincible. Hypersonic? Now that's definitely something. Boom. Don't try to move too fast into those little gate spinny doors because Sonic, sometimes you can just die in stupid ways. For instance, you can kind of like get crushed on the very side edge of the block. It's stupid. Because, for example, I can't bend Spring Yarn Zone in Sonic 1, and it sucks. You'll think you're just fine, but you're not fine. So if you want a faster spin dash, a lot of people who play Sonic games for the first time do this, but if you want faster, just a lot of people who play Sonic games, at least these Sonic games for the first time, typically don't use spin dash. They don't really charge up their spin dash. For example, they just do the small boost, which doesn't give you much speed. If you really want a lot of speed, you have to mash the A button or jump button as you hold down. And if you really want to gain a lot of speed, you hit your other jump button in order to charge up even faster. And it's just a really efficient and quick way to gain speed with the spin dash. Instead of just, because you're not using the spin dash as max power if you're just simply just hold down and press A, then don't keep pressing A. Final special stage. Let's go. Also, I know what happens in the special stage at the very end. Yes, I do. And I pressed left. I pressed left. I'm serious. I did. I'm so serious. I hit left. I'm so serious. Wow. I pressed left. I bet it will even show in the recording, because there's no way I didn't press left. Maybe it's something to do with them, I don't know, but it should be fine. Then all you have to do here is just wait. One thing I actually really like in Sonic Origins is how if you were to transform into Hypersonic or Supersonic or keep on hitting that thing over and over, it'll actually go by quicker than it does in this game. Because no matter how many times you hit that blaster, it won't make any faster. And look at that, we're now at 50 lives. Yeah, Sonic 3 Sonic 3 is definitely the easiest of the entire classic Sonic, the classic Sonic. Arguably, even Sonic Mania is more difficult than Sonic 3. Then we can just stand in here because we have the fire shield. Should I do Sandopolis? I have to decide now. Because if I do so, I do so. Two zones took 20-ish minutes. If I gain Hypersonic, it should make it quicker. I'm going to do it now. I have to probably... Okay. Sandopolis is arguably the worst zone in this game. The thing I don't like about Sonic 3 is some of the gimmicks in this kind of hold it back a bit, because Sonic 3 is very gimmicky with its stuff. Because obviously, when I first played Sonic 3 and such, I was thinking Sonic 3 is definitely easily better than Sonic 2, but it's not in all aspects. At least I don't think so. There we go. Yeah, then you just let the other bumper hit you. You have to actually time it right though, so you don't fall for it. Then you actually won't have to jump over this one, because for some reason it actually gives you rings right here in order to at least get the perfect. You don't have to get the perfect. You want to get hypersonic, but why not? Then you jump over here, then you get the perfect. Yeah, that's pretty dirty. It puts the last blue sphere right in front of the last two rings. Sonic got all Super Emeralds. It's time. It's time. After all these years, also, I'm finally going to actually finish the entire classic Sonic trilogy. Now, I'll just give it another 5 years before I finish any other series of Sonic games. Sonic can now Sonic can be hypersonic. So what does that mean? Also, by the way, seizure warning, by the way. And you're going to see, if you've never seen hypersonic, you're going to see why I say it in a second. If I was playing Sonic the Air, I have the option to make the colors smoother. But yeah, you'll see why I say that in a second. You'll see. Or at least should. Actually, I want to do something. I might, yeah, I have to think I have to use my rings for this, but actually, on second thought, I don't really want to risk it. And I was about to, because if you just stand on those spikes, for instance, after getting hit, you can kind of just stand on them, even with like 0 rings, specifically on those objects for some reason. I don't know why. It's really weird. Anyways, hypersonic, let's go. Yeah, so this is my favorite form of Sonic, and as you can see, we can blast around, and it makes a quick flash around the screen, and it screen wipes all enemies. Boom. Easily the best form in this game. And Sonic is also just easily, I think, the best character in this game because he's just way too powerful. Not only does he have a hyper form that's stronger than, or at least most useful, out of 3 characters you can play as in this game. He also has the coolest form as well. He's basically the most strongest and the most coolest. Yeah, he might not be able to fly or glide or whatnot, but that's fine. Because, especially in his hyper form, he can literally just blast around. Also, you can only blast after you go from a jump, and you can only do it once. So after you do it once in a jump, you can't do it no more. Also, by the way, it's actually a special ring up here, if you didn't know. Which I didn't know that either, actually. I'm struggling to reach it. Anyways, I actually want a bonus stage because that means I can't really go hypersonic. Not like it matters anyway since we're at the boss right now. Getting 50 rings in here gives you a continue. Probably said some of the stuff already, but This way. I don't even get how I used to do it back then. Back then I literally just used to ramble on. But now I actually am thinking about what I have to say from it. Seems like I'm rambling, but I'm actually choosing what to say. I just wanted to bring a little bit of that back since my views don't have too much to them. So after this zone, we only have one more zone left, and if I didn't get Hypersonic right now, then if I didn't get there, then I would have lost out on Hypersonic entirely and the best ending of this game. Now this boss, you actually don't need Hypersonic for this. Well, you don't need Hypersonic for any of it, but Hypersonic is super useless for that. Hypersonic, all he's going to do is just blast it back. So what you want to do is spin dash into the head. Oh, I forgot. In this version of the game, the original version, you can't. So the cool thing in Sonic Origins is that depending on how much force you jump into a head, you actually can send it flying backwards. You can't do that here. Instead, you just have to. It kind of exists, but it's not like how it is in Sonic Origins, where you can spin dash right into it and then it will send it flying backwards. But yeah, all you do is just push the rock creature, gorilla creature thing into a sand and boom. Sonic passed through Act 1. Well, Sonic got through. Yeah, so speaking of gimmicks, Sandopolis has this gimmick where in Act 2, you have to pull these things, otherwise ghosts come out. And then if it gets fully dark, they start attacking you, which really isn't that scary. I guess the atmosphere itself is scary, but it's not genuinely scary because you don't do all that much. It's not too harmful, actually. You can play the whole level in the dark. Yeah, so then all those are released. Now, it's not really all that too frightening, because they don't really hurt you anyways. Also, another gimmicky thing about this level is that you have to jump on the other path of the slide, otherwise it's going to keep on infinitely looping. That's the one instance in, I think, any of the original 2D Sonic games where you have to pass swap, where you jump from one path to another, where you have to pass swap by yourself, because typically the game does it for you. Oh, nice. Yeah, but this is mostly, but be careful with that. This is mostly just a stage based on time, but this is one of the longer stages in the game. As you can see, we're already at 2 minutes in this level, so we're going to be here for a bit. Now, I do know of special stage locations in this level too, but only of one, to be fair, but it's still something. So like I said before, even if I did miss out, I do know some of the locations, so it's not all doom and gloom. Now, as you can see right now, I can't go hypersonic because I have a shield. If if I didn't have the shield, I would just be able to go hypersonic. Since hypersonic is on the exact same button, you have to do exact same button combination in turns hypersonic, which what they did was, in this version of the game, in this original version of the game, what they essentially did was make it so you can't... What? Oh my goodness. Yeah, see, that's what I was talking about, the random crush stuff. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Because for whatever reason, the game is just going to just allow you to just squeeze through things they're not supposed to really fit through. And I assume that's because Sonic, when you jump, your hitbox is actually lower. So when you try to do so, it doesn't really work out. Because your hitbox expands. Hitbox is the collision, is how the game interacts with your character. Like, is your character touching the floor and such, so they're interacting with something, whereas touch something. So the hitbox expands, and essentially that happens because the standing hitbox and the jumping hitbox are different in order to be accounted for the sprites or design. So, for example, if hitbox would, yeah, this is not really afraid, but they don't matter. They act like they're all that, but trust me, they're really not all that. They really are not. If they can contact me right now, they don't care. Like, see, like, look at this. Freaking pathetic. And I'm sick and tired of this stage. I'm sick and tired of all the struggle now to get through in order to actually get hypersonic. This is probably the worst I played this game since in a long time, because I played this game for a long time. So, and yeah, also make sure you try skipping on these, because these are ring wasters. They just aren't there to waste your time. Boom. So I'm just gonna go on the upper path right here. I think this is this ain't Knuckles' path. Well, it don't matter if it is or it isn't, because this is another special ring location. So it don't matter. Now I actually have to be careful right here, because I can die here too. Because I can get crushed by those blocks. The boss team. I want to do it so a boss team didn't start, but that's alright. And this video is probably going to take a while to upload. So unfortunately, I don't think it's going to make the 5:17 time I usually try to do it. But anyways, next time we're going to Lava Reef. I hope I don't suck as much at this game as I have been. Yeah, and hopefully can actually finish the game next time. Suck as much as I've really been. And anyways, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you enjoyed my content so far. Hype up this video, I guess, because that's the thing. And since I don't really do this, but I'll just do this anyway. What is your favorite food? Since it's Thanksgiving now, what's your favorite food? Anyways, till next time. I'm out of here.